Hey, last
One
one
more?
was?
You had one more?
I have one more.
bro.
One more information.
One more information?
Yes.
Which is?
I hate you, Shamsi.
What? Why? Why is that?
That is
such
the
a-
truth.
Because look at your
Because he
face.
set
Such
it
a
up.
strong statement, my guy.
Look at your face.
What is wrong with my face?
It's 90% hair.
Which is beautiful.
Like I do not see your features.
You don't have to.
I see hair.
Trust me, you don't want to.
Like-
the hair is a blessing.
It's there for you to appreciate.
Listeners, you haven't seen him when he takes off his glasses. He has very tiny eyes.
Like Millhouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Does he actually have tiny eyes?
yes.
Millhouse has like dots.
You can also Google Yun Shumi. He has the same eyes as Yun Shumi. What's happening, Rex? You doing good? Oh, I forgot you're not here. Yeah, I forgot you're not here.
It's a figment of our imagination, fellas.
But for your what?
Figment of our imagination.
Imagination?
Imagination.
All right. You know what?
Imagination.
We're going to start early today.
One more time.
We're
One
not
more
doing
time, my fellas. We're moving on.
We're moving on. That's it.
Oh
my God. I told you about my boy whose son went to the army with the Marines.
Aloha. And the punchline?
Yes. No, it's not no punchline.
Yeah, it sounded like a setup.
No. So one of my boys was in the Marines and he left, right? And he had his kid when we were in high school. So his kid is old enough now and his son wants to go in the Marines, right?
Okay. Legacy.
Yeah, so he's like, I gave him this big fucking speech about generational military families and, certain things.
Okay.
But he's like, I was so proud as a father watching my son, taking him down, following in my footsteps and shit like that. He's like, I get home and this motherfucker posts on Twitter, I am the world's okayest soldier.
He's humble.
I mean, that's a great start though, right?
He was like, I was getting this whole speech like Jordan in the playoff. You are great. You are the GOAT. And this asshole went, I'm okay.
Okay, that takes time. See, that needs to sink in. It needs a minute.
Oh my God. Hey, welcome to Pastor Kabsa. It's your boy Adi. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 178, I guess. I'm not really sure. I got the homie Tix right behind me.
Yo.
I got Shams right next to me.
Yo.
This is the boy right behind me. Oh, right in front of me, actually. Or in
I
my
am here.
imagination.
I am here.
Yes.
I am
In
here.
my imagination, he exists. We got the homie Rex on the couch sitting in the restaurant. Shout out to the homie Rex as
Hey.
always.
Yo.
Family is always here. Look forward to the great work you're gonna do. I'm not gonna say what is, but when they announce it, they announce it. I got you, my guy. I got you. We got this. Where do you guys want to start?
How are you, Adil? That's
I'm
where we're
doing
gonna
well.
start.
Shout out to tons of listeners. Shout out to tons of
Yeah.
viewers. The people, it is midnight.
Yeah. I mean, as Turks keeps reminding us.
Yes.
And we need
Yes.
to get the hell out of here. Well, they need to get the hell out of here. I live here.
Topic number 1.
Listen, did you guys see? I was watching Andrew Schultz's podcast and they were talking about this battle that was happening on Twitter between Beyonce fans and Cristiano Ronaldo fans.
No.
what?
Okay.
مرة شطحة.
The Venn diagram doesn't line up.
No, أبدا.
The question was, who is more influential? Cristiano Ronaldo or Beyonce? And now when we say influential, they mean in terms of everything, whether it's how good he is or how his impact is, all that together.
The correct answer is Michael Jackson.
I think so. Yeah. That is the only answer that's not going to get you in a lot of trouble.
Actually, it will.
Yeah. Hey,
Actually, it will.
it might.
It will.
It might.
It will.
Yeah.
But Beyonce or Cristiano Ronaldo? I can answer that question like really easy. Like to the American viewers, they have no clue what Cristiano Ronaldo is.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Ronaldo.
Ronaldo
much
is.
bigger
It's-
as an athlete, as
Everything, as an influencer, as every single little detail.
as somebody who's followed by people who watch the sport across the world
Beyonce
bigger
is
impact
influential
globally.
in the States.
culturally. in the States.
Culturally and even musically.
Mm.
There's only one Beyonce, period. So the love for Beyonce, of course, around the globe, people love Beyonce, but the true love that she has is in the States. Her real impact is in the States.
Hello. We'll clip that and use it for the US episode, and we'll leave the Cristiano Ronaldo for the world.
All right, now we're done.
We don't want to piss off the hype.
Okay.
You got to keep that in mind.
Fuck
And
them
that's-
highs.
which
Anyway.
is international in scope as well.
All right. Then, but Cristiano Ronaldo, though,
Mm.
he influenced little kids in islands and shit.
Yeah.
You know, the influence that
What?
he has. Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
It's- okay.
Phrasing, but
Places
Okay,
which are remote.
Again, that's
Turks.
why the answer is not Michael Jackson.
Yeah, okay.
That is why.
I mean, it could have been 10 years ago.
Here's the thing about America. They play baseball.
Okay.
And hockey.
They call their baseball league the World Series, and
Of course.
it's only in America, but
True.
it's the World Series. Nobody plays your dumbass game, but it's the World Series.
I don't think
I
anyone
mean, Japan
does.
has something to say about
Yeah,
that.
but again, like almost.
It's called the most honorable baseball league. Banzai, Gomenasai.
I sat
Arigato.
there and I watched someone win a final. I'm not gonna say what it is, and he's like, "I'm so proud to be a world champion," and the whole competition was in the States.
Fair, very fair, actually. Very fair.
So I don't know what world is he talking
I'm
about.
the world that cares. The only one here.
How are you the world champion if you played locally?
Yeah, true. Very true. I mean, listen, in terms of global impact, Cristiano Ronaldo wins easily. In terms of fan base as well, I think his is bigger considering.
bigger.
Yeah.
Way bigger.
Like if you're looking at how many people watch football.
Keep in mind, none of them understand how big football is.
Yes, they don't think that football is a worldwide phenomenon because they just kind of suck at it.
Kinda.
Okay, they really suck at
Yeah,
it.
but the U.S.
actually
women's
do.
national team though, that team is fire though. That
A trash fire.
well, they ate the Women's World Cup alive.
I mean, I think they also have a head start in terms of being more established compared to other nations. Like I think in England, the women's
They're getting better.
Premier League started like what 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So it was that recent. It wasn't that long ago. So the US has been like producing national teams for the past 20 years, I think.
But still, they are better.
Yeah, they are
Sure.
better. They are better. Yeah, so they have that advantage as well.
Anyway,
There's a lot of sports that are popular-ish in America, but because they're so dominated by other countries, they're really nowhere near as popular in America as they ought to be. The example I think about is wrestling, like actual Olympic freestyle wrestling. Like Russians eat that sport for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. Like the people from the Caucasus, Dagestan, Chechnya, whatever. Like you see those videos, like my mind auto-completes anasheed when I see those videos. Like you see this like
so the whole time when you're watching in the back of your ear, oh,
like it's like you know the term فلان متعافي.
Yeah,
what was the name of that channel?
which one?
You know what I mean.
Yeah,
Space Tune.
You know what I mean. Which channel it is?
What's the target demo?
Oh, it was that.
Anasheed, target
Segment
demo.
Anasheed. It was.
بداية.
Was it Bidaya?
I think so.
No, there was another one. There was a very popular.
بداية. Oh, yeah, I think so. But بداية was that like the Star Academy halal version.
Okay, see, there we go. Detailed information.
Yes.
Wait for him to give it to you.
This is why I looked at him.
Yeah.
Yes, the Star Academy.
Those are your people.
The Star Academy, the Star Academy halal version, and you see like tweets from like women with flower avatars saying, "Oh, عبودي كان مرة شكله يجنن وهو يصلي."
I mean, their support is appreciated as
Yeah.
always.
Thank you, sister.
How did you find yourself in that fucking audience?
Twitter is a wild place.
By Twitter, he means home.
No, but if you look at other sports, and for example, let's look at other sports that people actually watch, right? People watch tennis. How big is the US or US stars when it comes to the tennis world? They're not that big,
Not
right?
really.
But again, the women's, they dominate. Serena Williams and Venus Williams dominated for a long time, but when it comes to the men's, they're not always there. You know, I don't even know if they have any top 10
I think the
tennis players.
major one that was relevant was McEnroe. I think the last American that comes to mind.
Which is a while ago, back in the 80s.
Yes, yes.
Then you had the
Long
Gassi.
time ago.
Yeah, then you had Sampras.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't watch tennis.
We're not rich enough.
Why
for
are we
tennis.
talking about tennis?
No, but so I'm thinking of
Again.
I'm thinking of sports
bad.
that people watch, right? Like
Yes.
when you're thinking of your anasheed wrestlers, you know, those are not the wrestlers that come to mind. You know, I go back to like when you say wrestling to me, I think of an eyebrow and
here's
you
the
know
thing, like,
people getting hit with
eyebrow.
chairs. That's the wrestling that I subscribe to.
You know why they're so good
know?
at wrestling?
I can't wait
they
for
ha-
WWE to come in with
Like,
an actual
here-
wrestlers.
Here's the thing, like you know why they're so good at wrestling? Because their region of the world has been messed around by so many empires. Like
Okay.
the people had to be hard just to survive.
Life
Okay.
made them hard.
Yes.
Okay, I need to. Man, go leave me alone.
Like I'm into MMA, so that area is
that's what you call it?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
it's mixed martial arts,
I know, I know.
and it is art.
With energy.
And
Yes.
mixed.
So I was watching this documentary about people like, why are these Russian Dagestani anasheed fighters really insane? and they were doing this documentary, and they interviewed one of the people who was entering into MMA, and he said, "Oh, when I was little boy,
Why?
when I was little boy, my brother he take me. I was 12. He take me. He said, "Go, Abdul Manapovich, Sanovich, whatever it. Go.
Wow.
I will take you to street and find some young boy same age as you and fight him.
Okay. All right.
You can lose, but you cannot run away. If you run away, I will beat you."
Okay.
So he was put between a rock and a hard place.
Yes. And
then
basically they were
Success.
Exactly. Breed success.
Literally, rock and a hard place.
you will fight. There is no option. You will fight eventually. You can't back down from
Hey,
fight.
might as well make money out of it.
Exactly. Like you see them like they're old school, like their dumbbells are rocks.
So Beyonce and Cristiano Ronaldo.
That listeners is what we call a tangent.
Okay, have you guys ever?
That's a spiral. That's not a
Okay,
thing.
but just before we go, have you guys ever heard of the world's greatest wrestler?
The Russian, the experiment they call him, Alexander Karelin.
Okay, no,
Oh, Andre?
there's a guy called the Great Gamma, right? And this guy basically ended up beating everybody in the world, like over 100 wrestlers. Nobody could ever beat him.
Okay, which century is this?
In the early 1900s.
All right,
so-
okay, relax then. Relax.
The greatest wrestlers are.
By the way, people used to die when they traveled during that time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
So I'm
you
sure
know.
he's not the greatest.
I've seen the guy. I've seen the pictures. Yeah,
seen the
handlebar
picture?
mustache.
Yes.
Has like a crossbar with two large balls in the middle.
Some shit
That's
like
in a circus.
Yes.
No,
I've
but
seen- I've seen
he's
that in a
real.
circus.
He's actually real. He's actually real, Turks.
Is he though?
He existed.
Is he?
Yes, he did.
You got played.
Trust me, no, bro.
Step right up. Step right up. Strongest wrestler in the world.
No, bro, it got so bad. This guy couldn't fight anybody anymore. Like nobody
people
would
in this
actually,
century, yo, the strongest person in the world.
like nobody would actually fight this guy anymore. He was that good, and he had actually beating people.
And that's why they put him in Street Fighter 2, huh?
Yeah.
Bro, he ended up.
Zangief.
Bro, no. There's a story. No, actually, there's an actual story of him like being in a village, like he retired and shit, right? So he goes to the village, and there's a riot starting, and somebody knocks on his door, and he's like, "Yo, they're coming to take our shit." So he walks out of the street, and there's an entire mob coming. And when the mob sees him, they stop. And he's like, "Okay, you guys want to come? Let's go."
Question: Did
They
I?
actually turned around.
Okay.
The mob turned around. They're
All
like,
right, right.
Question: Did
that
I?
sounds like
did,
bullshit.
Did Eye of the
Okay,
Tiger
relax.
play in the background?
No. It cut to a very somber like anime song and credits.
I mean, there's inspiration there for a lot of great stories.
My guy, there's no one on this earth that people are coming to rob and they've been like, yo, we're like 6 people deep. And like there's this one guy, oh, we cannot take
When
him
he
on.
opened
The
the door,
Great Gamma.
the world
His
changed.
name is the Great Gamma. Look him up.
Brooklyn in the 90s would like to say hello.
I mean,
Like,
see,
bring him.
they didn't exist in bro.
Bring 'em.
They didn't exist in 1910 Rajasthan. So that's
Oh my God.
they had
man.
tigers and shit back then.
Anyway, after all the news.
Wow. How did we get here?
I have no clue.
I got you here.
Yeah.
BBC Arabic shuts down
When
What?
that happened.
a couple days ago. They
Okay.
announced it officially. You know about that?
Yes.
I'm sure you heard about that.
Yes, because money.
Money, budget cuts.
Budget cuts. Okay.
Yes.
So they shut down the TV channel.
Everything that was BBC Arabic,
Oh, okay. So that includes the website as well, Twitter, all that stuff,
according to them.
according to them.
Now, is it going to shut down every single detail of it? I have no idea.
Shamsi, look at me. I'm playing the world's tiniest violin.
I mean, I'm sure I can find, other
And
news.
this is what I'm doing, listeners.
I mean, I'm sure I can find the Anime News elsewhere.
I love how you said listeners.
And
Like they can't,
Yes.
they can't see you.
They can't see you. But good try.
Good try.
Good try.
Good on you.
I
You'll
try.
get there. You'll get there.
I try.
You'll get there. That's what happens when you live in an imagination.
I do not exist.
But yeah. Wham, wham.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I can say.
Like they still have their radio service, so that's gonna keep going on, spreading the world news,
The message of the queen.
the message,
So-
the message that you need to hear.
It's a radio, bro.
Yeah,
It is the
exactly.
message of the queen.
So-
no one's on radio anymore.
It's the king now, I guess.
No, that's what they don't. Those people do not know.
Oh, ما وصلهم.
لا لسه.
Okay, لسه قديم.
It's on the radio.
Wow.
So good news for the ugly ones, basically.
Yes, and you included.
Yes, I have a face for radio.
That we agree with. That I actually agree with.
An attitude that only a mother would love.
Yes. Some would say have to love.
I mean, it's
Forced to love.
it's nature. It's instinctive. Like, you know,
Oh my
it's
god.
part of the package.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to other news.
What else
Please.
is going on?
You saw Germany came through with Saudi.
Recently, yes.
Yeah, like they just came through. They went past by the Marat real quick.
Chancellor Schultz.
Yes.
Yes.
He lobbied really, really hard, and he took a major L.
Oh, did he now?
Oh boy, went back with only one tanker of gas.
Oh, only one?
Only one.
Okay.
Play your game
Is
right.
it still leaking, the thing? The
Yeah,
pipeline? It's still
yeah,
leaking.
of course
Okay.
it'll be leaking.
You know what happened, Turks?
No.
They leaked their gas.
Okay, first off.
Yes.
An explosion.
Okay.
No,
happened.
stop. Okay, first off,
An explosion happened.
that's called
They-
spreading misinformation.
Okay.
They leaked their gas.
There's gas
sounds
leaking.
like a fart at a
No.
party. So please, please
There's
phrase it properly.
there's a pipeline called Nord Stream 2.
One?
That's-
Is it one or two?
I think both of them got hit, to be honest.
So basically,
Both of them?
I think it's one.
The one I've read is Nord Stream 2.
That's what I
Okay.
read. But someone told me also one got hit.
Nord Stream, not Nordstrom, not the department store people.
So basically, it's a pipeline that goes from Russia to Germany for natural gas. It's been running for a while, and it's one of the primary sources of natural gas for Europe.
Yeah.
And since the
Oh, this
war,
was back in the day.
yeah, and not that long
Not
ago,
long ago, yeah.
10 years
Months.
ago, she's a kid. So
No.
basically, once the whole war,
No, the leak was just a couple days ago.
Oh, that is something new.
so once the whole war with Russia Ukraine started, they've been like problems with
Yes.
the pipeline. Like they've been shutting it down. Politics basically got involved.
Mhm.
So a couple of days ago, it exploded, or there was an explosion at
And
some
they think
point.
there's foul play
Yeah, in the pipeline.
Where did the explosion happen?
underwater.
Underwater, I think close to Norway, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so there's gas leaking into the water. Do you remember the picture a couple of years ago when I think it was the Gulf of Mexico, when there was water with fire in the middle of it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it looked like the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, this is similar. to it.
Ah, okay.
So basically, the ocean has been bubbling with gas, and like still, I think it's still
Still
going
is,
on,
still
right?
is, yeah.
It's still going on, still bubbling with gas.
So lots of fish with cholesterol,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Lots of new greenhouse gas emissions, lots of methane.
The funny thing about the Germans coming through to our little land,
Hmm.
they got a phone call from Canada.
Okay.
على طريقك?
Yes.
Well, seriously?
Yeah, Canada was like, yo, listen, by the way, can you can you bring up, that we want to be cool with y'all? Like,
Okay.
نص كزبرة واحد
like, yo,
5 بيبسي.
we want to play nice now.
Okay.
Like, I know
10
we were
petrol.
talking shit, but like, that was back in the day, though. Come on, guys, COVID happened and everything. You know what happened? It was
no.
the vaccine.
And now we just want to be buddy.
Yeah, and they were like, nah,
Okay.
we good.
We're good. We're
Bro, the way the country moved in the last 4 or 5 years, and the way now all other countries understand that when we say this is the way we want to move and we put our foot down, now it's a totally different game right now. Everybody's looking at us in a different way, treating us in a different way. It's not what they thought before. They thought, oh, you go to the Arabs, play nice, offer something, they'll be okay. Now we're like, no, it's okay. We don't want that. We can do that on our own.
We're good,
We're
homie.
better.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
good.
We're better off. Like,
Yeah.
we don't
What
have
else do you have to offer? And now it became like this.
Yeah.
What else? No, we're good now. What else? Yeah, we got that one from this guy. What else? And now the books open up and, the catalogs open up.
Granted, the Canada guy, Trudeau, has been trying for a long time since he keeps dressing up as blackface in Aladdin.
What? What?
You don't
That
know
was a
this?
couple of years ago.
Yeah, you don't know this?
No.
The Prime Minister of Canada is a serial blackfacist.
Yes. I've never heard those words being used
Yes.
together in my life.
What the hell?
You know blackface?
Yeah.
A
He does it a lot.
Yeah, a picture.
That's messed up.
Yeah, he's almost too comfortable.
Like, no,
Wow.
you don't get it. Like, when these pictures leaked out, like the
Back
press,
in the old days of the 90s.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
No, wasn't one of them recent?
they were recent. But in
Yeah.
the press conference, they asked him, Prime Minister, how many pics can we expect to see? He said, I don't know. And you know what
That's Canadian accent.
and you know what the journalist said?
You're supposed to say maple syrup at the end of the
And do you know what the journalist said? Can you round it up to the nearest 5?
Oof.
Oh my God.
Because
That's
we're talking
harsh.
blackface pictures with intent to sell. That's how many they are.
Wow.
Oh, well. Sucks for them.
That is fun.
I mean, they tried.
Yeah, they did their best.
They'll come back around at some
They
point,
did,
I'm
they did
sure.
their best. Another thing we didn't talk about, I don't know, actually, no, it was announced after we finished the podcast. The Crown Prince announced as the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Yes, congrats to CP.
And the reshuffle in government. We have also
New
a
faces.
new Minister of Defense.
Yep.
The
His Royal Highness,
His Royal
Khalid
Highness
Salman.
Salman.
New Minister of
He was deputy for a while.
Mhm.
New Minister of Education
As well.
if not mistaken.
That was a surprise.
Okay, I missed a lot of news, guys. Well,
So
Yeah.
it's just a
Wallah.
shake-up. It's
You
the
don't know
most
that
recent
Prime
shake-up
Prince
that
became the
happened.
prime minister?
no,
This is only the third time ever happened in our history.
this is news to me.
Yes.
Interesting.
This happened a couple of days ago.
The first one was
when Malik Abdelaziz, Allah yarhamah, signed Malik Saud, Allah yarhamah, to
yes.
Malik Saud.
yes. Then
Malik
after
Saud.
that was
Then during the time of Malik Saud and Malik Faisal,
Faisal.
they switched.
Mhm.
And then this is the third time.
and if I recall correctly, the two times that it was rejected, like they don't want to do it. I think Malik Fahd didn't want to take it from Malik Khalid, Allah yarhamhum,
Malik
and-
Abdullah, I think.
and Malik Abdullah didn't want to take it from Malik Fahd, Allah
Yeah.
yarhamhum. I think those two they said we're not going to take it. Madam Ta'ala al-Haya yani. This was surprising.
And it's basically it's setting in motion, I think, what's been going on, that the Crown Prince is running a large part of the
And he's
government.
competent, man. He's
Yeah.
been doing this for a while.
And not just that, like the structure now runs more smoothly, I feel. Like you are there, you are part of the meetings on a regular basis. And if the king needs to come in, then he'll come in at the time that's needed. Yani.
Exactly.
So this sets things in more structured motion.
Interesting.
I feel.
Yeah, congrats to the Crown Prince, man. We were so amazed at all the things that he's been doing. And
Amen.
for our American
Yeah.
listeners, checkmate. Yes. Check fucking mate. You know, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Very clearly.
Yes, relax.
Very clearly.
Apply cold water to that bird.
Oh man, cuties.
So speaking of the Crown Prince, he also announced the gaming strategy for Savvy, which is basically a
Do you have the
huge-
numbers?
Yeah, it's pretty huge investment in the whole gaming industry. 37 billion, was it? 37.8 billion.
Doesn't sound like you have the numbers.
No, wait, I have the numbers.
Okay, all right. So a moment of silence for Shamsi finding the numbers.
Uh,
Shams likes to talk about topics before he opens it up and gets ready for everybody.
$37.7 billion to be invested, which is 142 billion SAR to be
Can we first
invested.
explain to people what Savvy in case they forgot?
So Savvy is basically the
In case I forgot.
PIF's push into the whole gaming industry. Savvy is supposed to take care of like Saudi's investment into gaming, whether it comes to esports or supporting local developers or partnerships with international developers.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Like developing the kingdom as a gaming destination, as a gaming hub. So they have basically an esports arm called EFG, which is going to be, supporting the whole ecosystem of esports. They have something called 966, which is building an ecosystem for game developers and studios in the kingdom.
Dope name. Love it.
A company called Vove, which is specialized in building gaming and competition venues. They already opened one here in the zone for Riyadh. And also they're going to
What is that exactly?
So it's basically a gaming venue. You go there, you have regular competitions on a weekly basis. You can just,
Okay.
hang out,
Esports. Nice.
esports basically. If you want to play FIFA, whatever game you want, they have basically. You just pay, you sit down, they have food, they have entire. Remember the old gaming cafes?
Yeah.
Like a much swaggier version of that, basically.
Interesting.
I think we saw something similar to it. Gamers 8.
Gamers 8 is basically
Yeah.
showcasing the investment by bringing like all the competition internationally into Saudi. So they also will have something called the Savvy Games Fund, which will basically start investing, and then
That was interesting.
there's going to be a huge amount of money. I think 70 billion into that, and then
Awesome.
establishing the first global game studio.
It's a glitch.
in
It's
Saudi.
okay. It's okay.
Okay.
The new update with the old body.
latest.
I was just reading. So basically, they want to have 30 games developed in Saudi by 2030.
30 games
30 games.
by 2030.
That's not a lot.
Yeah.
That's doable.
Yeah,
You already have a couple of game studios, right? Here?
we do.
You don't? We do.
We have some indie.
Exactly.
Indie,
Yeah.
Indie studios.
Talk about like official. No.
The idea is just to have that up and running and basically have people start learning from each other.
Next time we need to call Ice for that one. He can give us the breakdown
Numbers on that.
as if listener number one doesn't exist.
I do not exist.
Are you happy about this Nielsen number one?
I'm happy about your face.
Thanks. Do you feel your gaming habits will be supported nowadays?
Yes. If I buy something from the Saudi store, I am supporting the economy. I'm
That's
not.
definitely it.
I'm not a failure, mom.
But I look forward to like us creating our own games. I like to
Sure.
see our creativity and imagination where it's going to
Yeah.
go.
I'm interested to see where like we can inject our own way of looking at the world into the games. And plus, we've been gaming for so long, like the whole country games.
Even if you check out some indie games that came out in the past like 10 years, some of them are like the cultural context is really funny.
I am
Really,
sure
really
there's a
funny.
10 somewhere here playing Winning 11
Oh, of course.
لسه
Yo.
يعني
and Pepsi Man
Dude,
and Crash Bandicoot.
we might actually make our own Winning 11 again. And it would sell. It would sell.
It would sell.
It would
It
sell.
will be FIFA Street kind of thing, basically. I'd buy that, honestly.
No. I want it
No,
all
no.
in Japanese.
Yeah, all in Japanese.
Yes.
And will you understand things just mentally?
Yes. Yeah.
You understand
You
words.
will figure it out. It's magic.
Hieroglyphics, Say the,
I still remember my uncles like going through it, like everything's in Japanese. I don't know what's going on. إذا قسم إنزل ثلاثة اضغط X اطلع فوق أربعة. Like all right, man.
خذ هولندا زين.
Oh my god, that was a stupid joke. Anyway, next. Speaking of gaming, Stadia, Google Stadia.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember it?
What is Google Stadia?
So Google Stadia was
The cloud gaming.
Stadia,
thing.
what it was called, yeah.
The cloud gaming.
It's cloud gaming, and they came in. They made a huge fuss. We talked about it like last year,
Okay.
and it was supposed to be this new big thing. And they're
You buy a
pushing for it.
controller.
Thank you for reminding me. It tells me that it didn't take off. Okay.
You buy a controller, كمبيوترك في أمريكا,
Okay.
and you play.
and anywhere around the world.
Yes.
Okay.
Essentially, that's the concept.
Yes, it's shut down.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly. There we go.
You know why it didn't take off?
Why?
There's an infamous GIF from the launch where it was one of the games supported was Destiny 2.
Okay.
So this journalist was taking a video of himself pressing on Stadia, pressing the space bar, which is supposed to make you jump.
Okay.
In a traditional game, the input is instantaneous. You press, you jump. That's it. In Stadia, he was able to press, look at the camera, do this, do a silly face, and then go back to the keyboard, and the character still hasn't jumped.
Oh shit.
So latency was awful.
The lag was that bad. Like we're talking a full 2 seconds after your press, which is life or death in any video game.
Yeah. But for chess,
2 seconds is way too fucking long.
for the old Pokemon, that would be okay. For
Bro, 2
Game
seconds,
Boy.
2 seconds.
or
still-
Uno.
2
I mean, a lot of
seconds
people
still way
play
too
Uno.
long, bro. Yeah, it needs to be a seamless experience. If
It
you're
should
not
be,
giving me
yes,
a seamless
yes.
experience,
Yes,
then
that
what
was
the
a
fuck am I
joke.
doing?
They said they were gonna refund everybody. Everyone that purchased a game or purchased
Careful. Good on Google.
Yeah.
They can afford that.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
Google,
Yeah.
bro. What is that? Like 0.00001%?
Yeah, and plus 10 people played the goddamn thing. So it's not that big of
it's
an
not,
L.
it's not that many people.
And look at Google find some sort of enterprise use for this, and they'll put it there.
Malik, they
Just
have,
like they did with the Google Plus.
they have your info. They're good. لا بس يعني برضو I think who else tried to do this and succeeded? Like Netflix has a games thing. Do you guys know about this?
Yeah. It's been
Yeah,
on
but
for a
that's-
while. No one
that's-
cares.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing. You're not gaming online with other people. You're playing like a what was that book series? The horror book series, Goosebumps, was it?
Okay.
Pick your own
Oh my
adventure.
God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
remember that shit in school.
that's what they're doing in Netflix. It's choose your own adventure. That's the kind of game, right?
I have no idea. I haven't even
I remember.
tried it out.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
Trust.
like a Black Mirror episode?
Black Mirror had an episode. I think Minecraft had a thing on Netflix too. It's all choose your own adventure kind
Yeah,
of thing, which does not require any latency.
Time is a flat circle. Like these streaming services are basically cable all over again.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Farewell, Stadia.
For something that we really care
Thank
for.
you for existing and not existing.
There's a huge fuss that's been going on about YouTube. YouTube is doing weird things around the globe.
Okay, what is it doing?
Well, first off, YouTube is going to change its API soon. So everybody get ready.
Welcome.
Let's give it another shit show.
Welcome to the new
The new
world.
algorithm now. It's
So
here.
for some people, they did some testing on certain people. 4K content will only be available on premium.
Okay,
Ooh.
so you need to pay. خلاص.
Yes.
يلا. Upgrade يا
Yeah,
captain.
this is some of the tests that they're doing. I remember the one before was actually, I think it was last month. Yeah, it was last month. I think someone got up to 7 advertisements before his video started.
Oh
Shit, seriously?
Yes. They posted the picture on Reddit.
And وش ذا البثاء
It's like, it
يعني؟
says 2 of 7.
Man.
Oh wow.
Do you know where
YouTube
it
came
was?
out and said, we're doing some beta testing on certain users and stuff like that. They're like, this is not official yet.
So they can just pick me as a guinea pig and start fucking around. Basically.
So that's what's going to happen. Basically, they're going to start cutting up services from you and say, oh, okay, premium. You want it? We get 4K, you get this, you get that, you get this. All the things that you really like.
and that's when some other competitor video streaming website.
No one.
No
Yeah,
one
why
can
not?
be big enough.
No
for
one can be big
YouTube.
enough for YouTube.
It can, I think
How
once
many-
you have that,
How many people tried to take down Google and they couldn't? Just the search engine.
yeah,
They
but
couldn't
Google's
fucking
free.
compete.
Google's free.
And YouTube is what?
Free until they tell you, yo, premium.
No, it's like they're telling you can
Once
still
they
use
put-
it
you
if
can
you
still
want
use it
these
as you
nice
want.
fancy features.
Exactly.
If you don't want all these annoying fucking ads like Spotify, or if you want to be able to fucking watch in high def like fucking I don't know, Apple, I guess, or something. Or somebody.
Probably.
Yeah, and that's gonna create a market for competition.
It's not as easy, bro. Like, what's the closest video site that comes to mind after YouTube for you?
Vimeo.
None for now.
Vimeo. And
Vimeo.
why? Because there's a specific niche market for that, which is creators.
WorldStar.
Okay, no. No.
It's my
That's-
odd. It's video for me.
It's too big. It's too big. It's too big.
That's
to be
their
able to
slogan.
compete.
Yes.
This video for me.
No one can. It's going to be very hard to convince all content creators to leave to another platform. They made that threat so many times and it never happened because everyone's on YouTube. Everybody understands YouTube is something that is a part of life, just like water is. Everybody
too big
knows
to
Google and YouTube. Everybody knows them.
And you look, you have some, yeah, exactly. You have some parts of the internet at this point that are too big to fail. No matter how big you get, you're not going to be able to beat Amazon.
It's
on,
not
on
about too big
retail,
to
for
fail. No, it's
example.
not about too big to fail. It's too hard to compete because
Yeah.
people like it already.
Yeah.
As a consumer, you already like YouTube.
This-
You don't have a problem with YouTube. The content creators have a problem with YouTube.
And they're going for everyone. They're going after Twitch and they're going after TikTok. Like they have money to throw at this thing.
But what I'm saying is, okay, the content creators hate YouTube, but the viewers don't mind it. But when it's hard for both, phrasing, when it's difficult for both to enjoy the YouTube experience, that's when they're gonna look for an alternative.
Yeah, but for you as a viewer of YouTube, just a regular person, if my favorite content creator leaves YouTube and I have to go somewhere else to find him, I'll just change to someone else. He already has a lot of competitors against him on YouTube. I just switch to
he
them.
goes to an app that is much more friendly to the user.
But again, you as a content creator going to another app, that app better be able to give you the same
Yes.
number of views
Yes,
and the same number of people on it as
True.
that one,
Which is
but
impossible.
which
the,
is fucking impossible.
the threat of that app catching on is gonna make YouTube get a bit more
Well, Turks,
lenient when it comes to paywalls.
Didn't what's the name? Who did this with Ninja? Who took Ninja off Twitch?
Mixer.
Mixer.
Mixer. And then what happened? It failed, and he went
Mixer
back to
don't-
Twitch.
They don't exist anymore. is it?
Exactly.
They got bought off, right?
I think so.
When they did or not.
well, the idea is when
It's hard to compete.
when you're in the biggest, exactly, when you're in the biggest pond, I'm not going to go to a smaller pond with lesser audience and just be able to expect to have the same amount of
But
reach or impact.
The Twitch Mixer thing does not relate here because nobody had any problem with Twitch.
Nobody has problem with
Mixer was just
YouTube.
trying to grab that audience. But Twitch is still giving the content creators and the users a great experience.
And no offense, but Twitch is going through it right now. Like they're kind
Yeah.
of messing up with their whole thing with gambling and with the whole revenue split. So a lot of people might be leaving Twitch pretty soon.
But by the way, the revenue split, it's so basically when they sign on the big creators the first time, they give them 70-30 split, right?
Yes.
And now they're saying we're no longer doing that. We're doing 50-50.
50-50 halvesies.
Okay. But that only affects like 500 creators. It doesn't affect everybody because a lot of people that signed on after already got the 50-50. So it's just the people, the OGs who were there.
The big
They're
ones.
telling them, oh, listen, now you're going to
bi-
play by everybody's
The
rules.
big ones that if they move, that's going to hurt Twitch. Like a lot of simps are going to migrate. Never underestimate the buying power of simps.
Yeah, but where are they going to go to? YouTube?
YouTube, yeah. YouTube has the potential to court them.
YouTube sits there and says, I'm not doing shit. Y'all are going to do everything for me. And that's what happens.
We'll see. The simp economy it will continue.
economy.
The simp economy will continue. It's like one of the fundamental forces of nature. Gravity, water is wet, simps are going to pay.
Yeah.
All right.
Facts. You can't say it.
Like, no offense, Adi.
No offense after all that.
I saw
He's just stating reality as he sees it.
I
yani.
saw on like Twitter, checking my timeline, there's this famous TikToker whose occupation that she's attractive.
Yes.
That's her occupation.
That's our occupation. Right?
That's her core
Yeah,
competence.
there's a lot of them like that.
Yes. I think she was like in a boulevard, and like somebody was like,
Yes.
is streaming or like recording
Live
whatever.
streaming. Okay.
Recording like said, "Yo, فلانة دعمتك بأسد على TikTok." And for those who I googled, because I do not go to TikTok live because that is a sewer.
Mhm.
Apparently that man
Yo, that's awful.
basically paid 2,000 riyal just to have a message being read.
Nah, played in 3D.
Well, whatever. Whatever. That guy didn't deserve to
I
have.
want to go back to Turks and how he knows this.
Listen, there is a GIF. I
I'm
don't
so
know if
lost
it's
right
real.
now. Okay.
There is a lion in TikTok. I don't know what this lion does, but apparently the lion costs 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah, like my guy, reprioritize your life, please, Yari.
Well, yes. By the way,
You're asking a simp, not the simp.
that's going to be. Did you hear about KSI from Sidemen? He talked about how he had one TikTok that had 200 million views and he only made $3,000 off of that.
What? It's nothing.
Yes.
What's the fucking point then?
Exactly. Well, that's the split for TikTok. They don't give a shit about you as a content creator.
مالك بس create عشان توسع صدرك.
Even if you don't want to create, there's other people.
إيه مالك.
Hey, they really don't care.
But apparently, TikTok Live is where the money is.
Look, do you remember how? Okay, when it comes to us as the GCC or the Middle East, we create our own thing.
True.
Like we'll go stop. Remember Keek?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who uses it except South America and us.
Path.
Okay,
That's
Path.
Yeah.
It was only Indonesia and us. That's all I remember. Nobody else. Like we take things and we use them in weird ways.
Swarm.
Yes, the
Because-
sadness economy.
Because on top of that, keep in mind, because we don't look for what they're looking for like everybody else, right? We're not looking for a payout. You know, we're not doing it for the payout. Either we're doing it for the shits
Do it
or
for
just to be
taqtaqa.
idiots or taktaga or whatever it is for. We're not looking for, I'm going to do this so I can get paid out of it. So we don't care as a culture.
We're driven differently, basically.
Yeah.
To
TikTok,
showcase different things.
TikTok Live, it's like it's a window to a parallel dimension.
Yes. Ever been so bored?
It's
you
very
just
weird.
watched the
It's very weird.
It's very weird.
TikTok live of people playing Balot.
Yeah, TikTok Live of people playing below.
Fun, yeah.
TikTok Live of like a random يعني مقاول باكستاني كده يسولف مع الناس and like he apparently has 10,000.
As weird as it is, I don't want it to change.
I don't. I appreciate it.
Yes, like keep that at TikTok. All right, keep Instagram as it is. Keep that at TikTok.
This random.
Let me go there for the stupidity.
This random live stream of an Egyptian housewife frying falafel for some reason.
That's therapeutic. I'm sorry. That's
I mean,
yeah,
honestly,
falafel.
that's insightful. I'm looking at different walks of life.
A fat Turks has appeared.
yo. Falafel is falafel.
Let him enjoy it. Yeah, it's soothingness,
ASMR.
Exactly.
pretty much.
Well, we'll see what's gonna happen. But again, we're just users. So however things change, we'll just adapt. People who are trying to get paid off of they're the ones who are gonna have a hard time.
We've told you this a million times, Adil, but you should have like your own live stream where you just roast people.
Okay, no, leave me alone.
You should.
الذنوب تكفي يا صاحبي.
You should.
I don't need any more.
Like they,
شفت الضمة شفت الضمير.
You didn't see what happened last week? Anyway, never mind.
Dhimma.
There's tears flowing in Dubai right now.
like yo, you should just like have a picture of some random guy and like, I don't think people love you. And like, okay, next one.
Oh, come on.
Nobody cares about you. Next one, Ibradu.
The thing
Trust
is,
me,
like,
it's not gonna be that nice.
Don't
Cali
do
B
that.
told me you're too quick. I'm not gonna say what I told him.
But it was
I'm gonna
quick.
tell you. So Aziz was saying, I survived. God did. I was like, maybe he didn't. And anyway, it's very dark. I'm not gonna say it right here.
Okay.
Aziz was dying, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And I was hoping he dies. Let's just put it that way.
I was not a part of that conversation.
But it was
Glad I
fucking,
wasn't.
for me, it was fucking funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. If I do that, I'm gonna be laughing the most because I'm enjoying my jokes. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel. that's
As long as you're
Shuf,
enjoying
the
yourself.
only two people that I know that love their own jokes is me and Turks.
Alhamdulillah.
We're the only people that will laugh at our own jokes and enjoy it.
I mean, I
What
kinda
about
do
me?
that
What
as
about
well,
my
yeah.
dad?
Relax. No, relax.
I laugh at my own jokes.
No, you don't have jokes, Shamsi.
No, I do.
You laugh at your own statements
Yes.
that you think are jokes.
You laugh at you attempting to joke.
Exactly.
That's what you laugh at.
They make me funny.
You laugh at
You're
the
not funny.
You laugh
You're
at
funny.
the artifice of humor.
The artifice
Yes.
sounds harsh.
Mm. I want to read this. Did you guys see AI Day or whatever it's called for Tesla?
Yeah.
What?
They have
So-
showcased their new
Robot.
Terminator.
Terminator.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
See, this is one of the comedy things that Shamsi really fails at.
Terminator looking. It looked like a fucking Terminator,
Did not look like a Terminator.
bro.
Did it dance?
Of
It
course.
looked busted.
Skipped.
Does this look Terminator to you?
It looked like كان عليها إيقاف خدمات.
Whoa, no. That looks like the humanoid version of the paperclip from
Well,
Microsoft.
it's literally supposed to be a human. It's called Optimus, by the way.
Prime?
not Prime.
Get it? Get it, listeners? Optimus, get it?
So funny.
Elon Musk is a nerd. He is relatable. Get it?
I mean,
Please like him, everyone.
It's also an appropriately sciencey name that people will be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, like get it? It's I will do another robot. I will call it Rick. Do you know what Rick is? It's from Rick and Morty. I am relatable. I am a billionaire. I have I have an emerald mine.
Or it could just be
the Elon Musk script is
optimize,
just-
the relatability of what this is supposed to do. Like maybe, I don't know.
What's the robot supposed to do, basically?
Carry boxes,
So the idea of the robot is to do
other efficient things.
Shams, how about you can finish the conversation? Fuck me.
Like
What
it
am I
does,
talking?
it does manual labor, or it does labor for basically the repetitive tasks that people don't want to do. That was the idea for it.
Why does it look like a human?
A humanoid robot, like
Because it's cool, Turks.
it has hands.
It's called Optimus, Turks.
It has.
You know who's also called Optimus?
And it's supposed to carry
Optimus
things.
Prime from Transformers.
Wow.
Elon Musk is a nerd. He's relatable. He's just like you.
That's the marketing campaign
Yes.
for Elon Musk, not the robot.
Yeah,
You want to know what's the selling point?
what's the selling point?
That it's going to be below $20,000.
Which is a great selling point. Pretty good selling
Wait,
point.
what?
The
أنا خايف على الصيانة.
There's a Cybertruck
Okay.
that still didn't come out yet.
Bro, that's not important.
That's not important.
Exactly.
This is not important either.
Did you know
Shuf, imagine the amount of labor that you could replace with this,
Did-
inefficient thing that does not die.
the guy was stressed for selling points to that ugly goddamn truck, and he said, "Oh, it can be briefly used as a boat. I can be briefly used as a boat if you throw me into the river. That's not a selling point."
And the idea is, imagine you have a farm, right? So you have two of these basically, instead of hiring 5 guys.
No, I'm going to buy a machine that looks like it's going to farm, not a machine that looks like a human that's going to farm.
Okay,
We
like,
had that conversation before.
like
Yeah.
packing
I
boxes.
don't need you to
or
make
that
another
kind of thing.
humanoid. I need you to make something that is functional for a task.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, the idea I believe behind this is you could reprogram it for different tasks, so it doesn't
How?
have to do one task.
But that's the thing. You know,
Softwares and shit.
What is okay? But that's not okay. Software for to do what?
يا أخي عندك driver.
You have 5 fingers. It doesn't act like a human. It can't feel like a human. It can't do everything like a human.
Okay.
So what do you want it to do?
Look cool.
carry boxes. I'll go with carry boxes.
There's a thing
I'll
called
go
a
with-
forklift, Shamsi. It does it
I'll
very
go
well.
with- I mean,
Look cool and,
You
and
of all
carry
people
boxes.
should have the answer.
لا شوف again. It depends on how.
Why
they
did your
approach
great
it.
grand? No mind. Anyways,
It depends on how they approach it.
you know how they move.
Yo.
Again, it depends on how you approach
What
it.
did he need them for?
You need-
okay,
what-
you might figure out
What you need,
this spot.
what you need to figure out basically is what can you teach this robot? If I can teach it to do a task, then it can do this task for a very long time without getting tired.
Can you teach it to love, Shamsi?
I mean, if I could teach it to hug and provide warmth and intimacy, then maybe there's a progress there, babe, perhaps.
I hate-
Comedy. Okay.
So much funny.
I hate
What would you use it for?
I would not use it.
لا come on يعني if you actually
Again,
had
I'm with Turks.
جاك هدية
if
جاك
I-
بوكس في اوبتيموس وصل بيتكم
Sufi.
وعندك
I do not need it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm with
شماعة.
Turks on this.
شماعة.
If
علق عليه
I'm
ملابس.
going to have
علق عليه
something
شماغي.
that's similar.
Exactly. True. Yes. Yo.
اقول له هي
I would actually. Yes.
وقف امد يديني قدام خلاص يلا علاقه. That's it.
خليه ينظف الحوش يا اخي خليه
لبس الملابس.
Who said it's
I put
capable
my
of
clothes
doing
on him
that,
so
bro?
it doesn't
It's nowhere near doing that.
يجيب اكياس من السيارة
It's not anywhere near doing any of that, my guy. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. We still do not know what's the value of this yet. He's saying he's going to apply it in his factory with the Tesla and all that crap and all the things that he's building.
So
Shut up, all right?
Okay.
All right? You just want to say words, all right?
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make
whatsoever.
any fucking sense. What are you doing with it?
You
Until it's capable to do certain, like multiple things, like a human can, it's valueless.
مو هي شايف the point that you just made. That's the point at which it becomes useful. But how do you get there if you don't have something to work with.
The Boston Dynamics have been doing this for a long, long fucking time.
And look at their fucking dogs
and they're
now.
not there already.
No, the dogs are selling.
The dogs have a separate. The dogs is an easier purpose than what is supposed the robot to do.
What do you do with the dogs? Multiple things, right? No, multiple things.
Multiple attachments on it, and that's what me and Turks were talking about. If this humanoid had multiple attachments other than its arms to do different things, then it would make sense. But since it's giving normal hands,
So that will be Optimus Prime at some point, yani. If he's just starting off right now. Listen, it's very early days. So you don't know how far he can take this.
there's nowhere he can take this. There's other companies that are investing so much money into this to make a purpose out of it.
Yeah.
And they're having a hard time.
Yeah, it's called purpose-built machinery. The robot has no distinct purpose. The only purpose is that I am Elon Musk. I think it looks cool.
Yes.
I will throw billions of dollars on it.
Publicity.
I will not pay. I will not help homeless people. I will burn the money. At the stupid.
I think the idea of having a humanoid robot, somebody was going to come along and do it. Well, in one way or the other. But the fact that Elon Musk is doing is what are making people really hate on it.
That's what Elon Musk does. He does things that some human is gonna come up and do it, like electric cars. Electric cars for the day, and nobody.
The idea of electric cars has always been there, but nobody cared enough to push it because of because of the economics. Until you had somebody who had a shitload of fucking ambition and drive to go ahead and pursue it.
And he made Teslas, which is basically, what if my printer was a car?
But
But at the same time, that changed
true.
the industry
Exactly.
because other people followed Tesla.
Exactly, I see that point. But what is the point of that? Of making a humanoid robot?
Again, it's the idea.
Other companies making better robots?
The idea is, opening up the door and showing how far you can push with one certain idea. Like, when did you expect him to come up with the idea of let's put up satellites
All right.
and power the world?
All right.
That's something random.
Relax. I'm going to tell you what your boy said. Future applications
Your boy.
could include cooking, gardening, or even cat girl, sex partners. Musk have said while claiming that production could start as soon as next year.
Replaceable parts. قال لك إياها. You can make it cook. You can make it do other things. Imagine it having knives and shit.
Yes.
Yes, Shamsi. Imagine giving a robot a bunch of knives.
Like, يقطع بصل.
بقطع انت البصل.
يقطع طماط.
تعال يا بصل.
يعطي بطاطس يقطع مالك.
مالك.
This is Elon Musk.
أول ما تقول قطع بيض, he's gonna come grab you first.
Yeah, this is Elon
This for
Musk
me and Rex.
understanding
Okay,
his audience.
relax.
شوف أنا my only
That's a
problem
humor,
here
I
is
see.
is making it as having it connected to fucking Wi-Fi and getting instructions from, Musk HQ.
Musk at you.
Exactly. At some point, if he gets to a level where he has enough of them around the world, this man could do terrible things.
Can we say that unintentionally he's creating a cult?
I
Yeah.
think he already
You
did.
thought I was kidding when I said he's fucking Lex Luthor?
No, I don't think it was.
No,
Kidding.
it's called.
No, that's the other one.
It's called male simping. Like, yeah, no offense. Like, people are weird about Elon Musk. Like, they think he's their friend. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, weird take, but it makes so much sense.
Like, it's male simping.
That is male.
Like, he's you can't make fun of him on Twitter.
Because
Like,
lulz.
like, he is very cringe. But if you say that, people come out of the woodwork and say, no, he is my savior. He is my friend. He understands Rick and Morty. I understand Rick and Morty.
He's relatable.
He's relatable.
Exactly.
He's similar to Obama dancing.
Yes, exactly.
That's the key. That's the idea. He's relatable.
He's not. It's an act. Like, he's the son of.
None of them are.
Exactly.
Number one, none of them are, but
Have
they
you read
pretend
his-
to be, and people believe it, and it works.
Have you read his texts out of Twitter? Like, it's just like a bunch of tech bros, like being tech bros. Like,
Oh, did you see his text with the dude hack Twitter?
yes, Jack
The one,
Dorsey.
yeah, the one that got
Yeah, I
leaked.
saw them.
Yes, and it was basically they were talking about this quote unquote decentralized platform in the middle of sentence, like, yo, did you see Brian's hat? What?
Anyway, questions?
Question.
Let's
Please,
move on.
please.
All right, questions before we go home.
Please.
All right. All right, first one.
Let's go.
Aren't pregnant women technically bodybuilders?
Aren't they? Aren't they? What is pregnancy really?
Okay, first off, she's a human, not a Build-A-Bear. Okay.
Wow.
It's the natural act of giving life. which is technically about building a
Building a
body.
body. Yeah, they're bodybuilders.
But they're not really bodybuilders,
No.
bro.
I mean, if you want to be literal about it, Adil,
Yo,
they are. That's literally what they are.
Term يعتمد خلاص.
Turn me into
Done.
it. Yo, how's your wife doing, man? She's bodybuilding. She's been
Working
going
on
hard
that
lately.
Oh wow!
You're stupid, number one.
Thank you for that.
You are stupid.
Yeah, I
am
actually,
proud of myself.
appreciate that.
I am proud of myself.
For once, something you said.
Oh
Okay.
my god. All right.
Something better now.
What?
Something better now.
Oh, that's really hard. Y'all want to be deep in this one, or you just want to have like a normal thing? I'm trying to figure out what you guys want to do tonight. All right, I'll go to. Shut up. I'll go to this one.
عطنا واحدة كده حلوة.
Out of the Kabsa boys, who'd be the best politician? Who'd be the best father? The best colleague, and why? خد لك يلا ها.
Is it a one for each? ولا
Yeah, who would be the best out of one for each?
Yeah, let's go in a circle.
All right.
nope.
Go on then.
Nope.
I'd say the best politician would be Turks.
Hell no.
Oh no way.
I'd
no.
say because he's يسايس كثير.
I am the person that pays zero attention to politics.
Exactly, that's a politician.
I have no idea. You know what? Checks out. Checks out. Checks out. Checks out.
Shamsi would be, speaking from experience, he's a colleague, so he was a good colleague. So yes, he'd be a good colleague. Adil would be a good father.
Thank you. I've sunned you, my son.
Yes,
Look where you are today.
yes, he would.
You were nothing, and now you're a
yes,
listener.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
He would be the definition of mess around and find out.
Oh, definitely. That's me all day. I would choose you as a best politician.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and I would choose Turks as a best father.
Obviously.
And I would not even look at Shamsi for any of the above.
You don't want to be a colleague, Adil?
None of the above.
No,
No, you're not the best colleague.
not the best.
You're not the
colleague,
best.
but
I have first world experience.
He just gave me his vote of approval.
No.
بس أنا حبيب يعني.
Exactly. Yes,
Okay.
he's not me. Right? You do not fit. You know where you fit in? You fit in the Y. You are the Y.
Not from.
No.
I'll take the
Just
from.
you're Y. على
Okay.
باستفهام. That's all it is. You're Y. Stupid.
I would say the best father,
Best politician.
best politician. Number one, definitely.
Number
What
one
are you
all
talking?
day,
Number
all day,
one, you
all
are
day,
the
all
best
day.
politician.
All
What are you
day, all
talking
day.
about, bro?
Thank you.
All day.
You will, diplomat the shit out of the world.
All day.
You know.
Best father.
I don't want to be your colleague because I'm like that's nothing. خليك بعيد عني.
Put me
So
also-
yeah,
put me in the Y.
خليك father.
خليك father.
Be a father. You have dogs. You take care of them.
Yes.
كويس.
Is that what you call him number one? Do you call him a dog?
Multiple. Sure, colleague. Yeah, we'll
Colleague?
be colleagues. Yeah.
Yeah, I would pick
أحس
myself
إنك-
as the best colleague.
أحس إنك كده لطيف كcolleague يعني you don't.
كريف حيوان. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Takes
true.
your bullshit.
Yes.
Covers for you. You use him like a pet.
Yo, I am
يجيب
the
لك
best
غدا
colleague. I
يجيك
think I
كذا
am.
يقول لك تبي تطلب غدا يطلب معك غدا.
That
Turks-
is actually my
Turks,
job.
Best politician.
You're the best politician, definitely.
Okay.
My beat, huh?
I can see that.
Number one,
Best father.
Yeah,
Yes, I can't wait.
definitely. برضو.
Did you say you want kids or something? Never mind. Anyway,
I'm
that's
the
a
best
different
colleague.
conversation.
That's it.
All right.
Thank
Why?
you for considering
Turks-
me.
Turks-
Thank you for
You
considering me.
strike
Turks.
me as the type of guy who, when the boss comes around and says, "Wallah وحوش," you'd really appreciate it.
I would.
You okay, bro? You all right?
Never mind.
Anyway, next question.
He's just appreciating the love.
This is stupid.
There was this we were hanging out, me and Turks, after work. After the Diraya thing, the Benali.
Mm.
And I was just messing around with Turks and I said, "Hey, طلع الخطاب ولا ما طلع الخطاب?" And you should have seen the look he gave me.
I broke down, man. I broke down.
Oh. Did you
Because
hold
there's always a khitab.
There's always.
did you hold his hand?
No.
Good. That's why you're a father.
Son of a-
It's called character building. Suck it up, Turks.
Character building.
Fair point.
Anyway, next question, you assholes.
Go on.
The group chat leaks.
Oof.
Who's going to jail first?
All of us.
And why is
No, that's why it says first.
And why isn't listener number one? Funny enough, you won't be. And the circle that I live in,
Oh yeah, you're an exceptional. circle.
oh yeah, you would not. You'll be highly favored as a friend.
Yes, exactly.
And appreciated and loved.
I think, in order,
Go ahead.
me, you, Shamsi, Turks.
Here's the thing. You know that video service I provide to you, where I
Yes.
send you
Yes.
cursed things on your DM.
Yes.
Yes, the
I've
video
ha-
service.
Yes.
I've
You are our home box office.
You've lost. I'm sure you've lost friends and family and over that.
I've actually said like, yo, stop sending me this shit, or I'm gonna block you. Like it's kind of that bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I'm sure you've lost many people because of that.
man.
So I was receiving
Premium
this,
content.
I was receiving DMs from Sultan Galek,
Okay.
and he says, "Yo, I'm gonna include you into the premium service." I'm like, he said, "Finally, I've been auditioning for days now."
Wow.
Did you send him the darkness that is you?
Yes,
Thank you. Yo, don't change.
And now
Never.
he understands.
don't change.
Like they all understand.
Don't change.
like here's the thing: like Ned, he saves them up when he has a bad day, and he just watches them all together, and he says, "Yo, I needed that. Thank you."
Oh my god. Anyway, next question.
Mm.
Work-life balance. This girl is struggling. All right, guys.
Good luck.
Exactly.
Good
Wrong
luck.
person.
Yeah.
Work-life balance
Set boundaries. Really, really set boundaries
with who? Yourself?
with work. Like here's the thing: don't let work gaslight you into doing above and beyond when you're really not getting respected in return. Like I say,
But respect is what you should be looking for.
no, you're appreciated and like proper compensation. Like here's the thing:
There
like
we go.
if you're not being groomed or actually receiving something in return, like no, like you set boundaries. Like I made a joke about Turks with the whole antum wuhush thing, but like a lot of people like fall for that, especially early in their careers.
Yeah.
Like no, like if you're doing good work, okay, there is a small push and pull. Like you can clock out at 5 and be assertive about it, but realistically, there are times where you're gonna bust your ass. But if it's something that is relevant to you and you set those boundaries, not every single thing is a life or death request. Not every single thing has to be done now. There are a bunch of things that can wait till after the weekend, that can wait till tomorrow. And from my experience, 99.99% of things that are quote unquote life or death, once they're done and submitted, they die in the pipeline for months and months and on end. And then بعدين يرجعون لك اوكي تذكر ذاك الشيء اللي كرفناك عليه يلا سوي مرة ثانية. Like it's
True.
you see the pattern over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And the sooner you realize there is a pattern, the sooner you can actually set your boundaries and know what you're actually going to do with your life.
And if you can't, there's certain jobs that you can't unplug from.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you cannot unplug from them even if you want to. If you want to unplug, leave the job.
Exactly.
Because that's how job functions. For those type of jobs, the work week is the work week, and the weekend is the life, and you kind of find your balance in between. So your balance in between will be like, yo, long day of work, then I work out at home, and then the weekend comes. That's just weekend. Wake up early, do the weekend as you want to do the weekend.
Some weekends, though. Some weekends you have to sacrifice.
Yeah, so that's life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the balance thing comes in. Like you need to figure out where you can actually, like sometimes you will have to put up with work. You will have to put up with long hours with projects that are, deadline sensitive. But at the same time, that can't be your everyday, and you accepting that without getting something in return, as you mentioned.
Yeah, burnout is horrible. Like
Yeah.
I've seen people who are like 25, 26 who are burnt out. Like, no, you have a life in front of you, my guy. Like, you need to set boundaries. Like,
But the reality is, you can set boundaries from here to tomorrow, bro. Doesn't make sense. If you want a work-life balance, you create that balance
exactly, which
based
is
on what you do in your life and what you do with your work.
exactly
You
That's-
find and create that balance.
and boundaries are part of that. Like, that's essential. Like
Sometimes you can't have those boundaries.
sometimes, yes,
And that's what I'm trying to explain
but
to you.
it's you're finding that.
I'm giving you worst case scenario.
And here, the balance. Find the balance where you can find it. If you don't, if you can't handle the job, if you can't handle the stress of the job, then find another job. If this is your career, then you need to figure out a way to live with it.
Because once you figure it out, then later on you have kids.
But برضو, be aware that there are some jobs, yani, that as you mentioned, where it's an exaggerated false sense of importance, and it's something that gets to the point where it's toxic and it leads to burnout, and you need to
Yes.
realize that and
But
recognize
some
that.
jobs, even if you think that it's not that important, you have a role. You come in, you perform, you give 100%, you play that role. You find your balance after.
Here's the thing. Like back in our job, when me and you, Shamsi, were co-workers, like the bosses straight up lied to the employees, like, "Yo, this needs to be done today." And
Well, that's what I'm saying.
they straight up lied. Like,
Oh, we talking about Leo Burnett?
We're talking
Leo
about.
Burnett? Is that Leo Burnett where both of you
We're
work?
talking about.
Are we talking about Leo Burnett?
false sense of importance.
false senses of urgency.
Yes, basically, that's what we're
Fair
talking
point.
about.
Yes.
Just making sure we're talking about Leo Burnett.
Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure.
So
I thought we were talking about something else, but I'm
Yes.
glad that's Leo Burnett.
نظام اللي نظام اللي
thank you for confirming that.
I just want to say it was Leo Burnett.
We're
We're both of you used to work together. Where both of you hated the job.
Yeah.
I never hated the job.
Okay, now you didn't hate it.
The job hated me.
Yes,
Yeah. See, there's a difference there.
the job hated me. I didn't choose the agency life. The agency life chose me.
Anyway, found your balance.
Balance.
That's all you can do. There's no one quick solution. There's no one answer.
Balance.
Balance. All right, next one. I cannot read this one. I need to go somewhere else. How do you stay patient in the face of bullshit?
You know, I thought if you didn't complete that sentence, I would have completed to say, how do you stay patient in the face of Shamsi?
Again, the same thing. Bullshit. So one of the same, my friend.
Same idea.
One of the same. One of the same.
Think happy thoughts. Think of the future and how better things could be at some point.
One of my friends counts back from 10.
Okay.
That's
sounds
That's a
like
way
a
of
threat.
disconnecting.
Yeah.
And
That sounds like a threat.
Funny thing is, you see his mouth moving while he's counting back from 10.
Yes, exactly.
And there's a guy talking, and he's there. And 9.
9, 8, 7.
What happens when he reaches
I'm
zero?
like, count internally, bro. Count internally.
If he reaches 0, he's gonna turn into a Super Saiyan.
His idea was like, yo, when I count backwards, I relax.
Yeah,
And so
that is an anger management technique.
it is. He's like, so I calm down in the middle of all of this. And then later on, I take it out on other things.
So it doesn't work. What you're
It
saying?
doesn't really work.
That's what the gym is for. Yeah.
the happy thoughts is basically you deflecting your negative energy towards something positive. So instead
And
of
then you
like-
have a stroke when you're 35.
I mean, should it be
Well, it
happening?
depends on the position that you're in. Sometimes you could be in an equal position to the person who's giving you the bullshit, and you can stand your ground. Sometimes it'd be like your boss, or sometimes it would be a client. So you kind of have to manage each of them differently. You have to sit down with a bunch of people that sometimes that they're fucking rude and out of line, and figure out your way in between. Or you can just be the person that, like, stupid as me, that says fuck it, and I just attack with the second I'm being attacked.
can do
Fire?
that.
Wait, let me get gas.
Exactly. Yes.
Let me get more.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
It's one of my few pleasures in life when I was back in the agency life. This is not where I used to work with you, Shamsi.
Oh, so it's not Leo Burnett.
it's not here. It's
Okay.
not that place.
Is it?
عدد لهم.
I know it's a مشكلة. That one I don't want to mention.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. When I was in a certain agency that will not be named,
Yes.
I had a
Baltimore.
client who was very stupid and aggressively stupid.
Mm.
And the term I use is that you can handle a client who's stupid, you can handle a client who's aggressive, but a person who's aggressively stupid, that's its own category.
I mean, you
Like-
just step out of their own way at that point.
Here's the thing, like we're talking about somebody when I sent them a video file that is in a certain resolution, a portrait/landscape resolution, he's sending a very harsh email back to me and saying, why are there black bars on the screen? Like, my guy, it's called aspect ratio.
Oh,
I mean, this is how
And you have to
this
explain
is
that.
how exporting
Yes.
works.
Listen.
You know? You have to choose one.
So, دارت الدنيا.
mm-hmm.
I'm no longer the client, the agency, and he's no longer the client. So we are equals. And he's trying to play nice in the emails that he's sending to me. Like,
Oh, now you're in the same level field. Yeah.
No. You signed some checks that I'm here to cash, my friend.
See, actually, I would not do that.
Here's the thing, like, he's very stupid.
I think you've met,
I'm not something deep. He was
I've met a couple
I
of
think
those.
this
you
is
mentioned
basic.
that a few times. Yeah.
So being very stupid, I choose to not tolerate the stupidity anymore. Like, we're talking at the level of sending a meeting, meeting minutes that has action points, and he's sending meeting minutes that asking about the action points that were not on me in the meeting minutes. Based on the meeting minutes, you are requested to do X, Y, Z. But then
So-
the meeting minutes that you sent, those aren't requested of me. So why are you sending them to me, stupid person?
Because obviously he wants help, number one, and you are a great provider of help.
It's one of the few pleasures of life where you attach a email in a reply. Like,
Would you
I'm gonna-
ever close off a client because he was rude?
Here's the thing. Back in the day, I had a high tolerance of BS, and I was very patient. Like, Shamsi knows this. Like, it's very difficult to get an aggressive reaction out of me. It's very difficult to like.
It still is.
They joke around in the office like I'm weirdly poker faced to a
Desensitized.
yeah. It's like nothing gets a rise out of me. Really.
Psychopathic.
You're dead inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know.
Yes.
You're not. You're not. That's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
So
I'm-
answer the question, please.
if he crosses a line, like it's a ethical or like moral line, yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. Like, this is not acceptable. Like, yo, I'm not your slave, my guy.
What if you're just an employee in the company?
Like, no offense, like Shamsi was there يعني أتذكر one of the few days
اللي برنت؟
فصلت على المدير
اللي برنت.
فصلت عليه
اللي برنت.
فصلت عليه
Okay. Well, you guys used to work together.
where I فصلت عليه
Okay. اللي برنت.
Yes.
All right. Just making sure.
اللي هو
I don't want people to just kind of
Misread the situation.
or get
yeah.
misguided. I don't want you to go. It's Leo Burnett in Riyadh. Wait, what's the address?
so تمت الفصلة
Okay.
and the فصلة reverberated across the halls of the office.
Oh wow.
Like, oh wow, listener number one فصل dun dun dun.
You turned into Chan Li, huh?
Yes,
Mm.
like I did the 100 hand slaps or whatever it is.
Yes, it's not hand. I don't know. You know damn well what it is.
Mhm.
You know damn well it wasn't hands.
But
The man is visualizing
I
this.
am
ad.
Yes.
I'm mixing my metaphors here.
Oh right.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was an example of where I set the boundaries, so to speak. to-
Shamsi.
What? Am I confirming his story?
No, I'm asking. No.
Yes, he.
No, I'm saying if you had a client that was rude in a certain way, would you cut off ties?
Yes, at some point, I feel like you need to. There's only so much shit people can take, right? Like, and if somebody goes over the top and goes overboard and treats you like, you know, like you need to acknowledge and respect the fact that you're dealing with another person here. Let's start off with that. Fine. Sometimes you might get off the handle, but you need to keep that sense of self-respect also on board.
I go to a real human. Turks.
I mean, if you had to take that L, making sure that they know you know it's bullshit with plausible deniability is the best course of action.
Look at that's someone who's protecting himself to make the right decision.
That is someone that has been in that
Exactly.
situation.
This is what I was
multiple
getting at,
times.
Turks.
Yes.
I wouldn't, to be honest, no matter how rude they are, because it's more entertaining. I know for a fact that I'm willing to lose this person, so I get to treat him in the way that I want to treat him.
Okay.
It's up to him to feel how the hell he wants to feel.
If you
So
had to
I
take that
match the energy.
Okay.
Yes, you have to be willing to take that out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That
Yes.
if you consider that you can actually accept this at some point, can I actually do this? ولا لا؟ خلاص, then if I can, then fuck it.
I always find it best when you're willing to lose that you can do whatever you want. And when you can do whatever you want, you can exactly tell them exactly how you feel. It'd be much better. Sometimes, hey, I have someone that we hated the living fuck out of each other. Once we became so honest with each other, everything fucking changed.
You can best buddies.
Nah, he can kiss my ass. Hey, kiss my ass. We are not best buddies. You're still on a shoestring. But yeah, I don't look at it in the same way y'all look at it. You can be destructive till tomorrow. As long as I know that I can handle this bullshit and there's a greater goal for what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take a personal L for something big. But if it's to the point that, look, being disrespectful doesn't fucking affect me. It doesn't mean jack shit to me. You can curse for me until fucking tomorrow.
There's levels of disrespect.
Bro, no matter how far you want to go up, I can match that energy. It doesn't fucking matter. Because once someone knows that you can match the energy, the tone fucking changes. Some people, it's because some managers have been managing for so long and they have a bunch of yes men under them that they feel like anywhere that they can go, they can put their foot down. And when they realize that they can't, they throw a fucking fit. But keep at the end of the day that you want that client and he also wants you. So it's not like, he's settling for you. No, because he knows that number's the numbers I want to pay. This fits me, so I want to be there. So you do have an advantage in how you want to deal with them. But if you give them from the day one, you show them the energy is Sam, whatever you want happens, of course he's going to step on you.
There's a problem here with I like to call it ثقافة خشم الريال.
Yes.
أنا جايبك بخشم الريال بشغلك.
I agree.
That's like my guy. Like there's a thing called the time, quality, and price pyramid. You can only have 2 points at the pyramid. You can't have all three.
Because that was the language back in the day.
Back in the day,
Yes. But all these old businessmen do not understand that everyone is talking in a different language today. They don't understand what's happening with this new generation. That your money don't mean jack shit to us. You can say, I'm paying you. Yeah, okay, take your money. So take your money is something that was never heard before. And now you're asking about, so look, there's not only the vision that's changing. It's everything that's changing. Even the way we do business is changing. The way that we act, the way that we talk, the way we negotiate is changing. We have boys that do Botox. So when they go and do any negotiations with people, they show no fucking reflection or no fucking word that comes out of their mouth. Their face is just dead, just like your soul.
you see, they need to seek other means, alternatives, like performance enhancing drugs to play the poker face. I'm born with the poker face.
There's something
Full-
like that.
full
And
natty.
bankers have been doing it for a long, long time. Okay.
Performance enhancement
It's
drugs.
on the market.
Yes. It's
If
been
you
on
know,
the
you know.
market. If you know, you know. The Wolf of Wall Street says hello, by the way.
Do you guys barter when you go buy furniture?
Do what?
Barter with what?
Casron?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
No, it's not.
I buy
Barter
from
is switching things with other people.
I
No,
buy
that's-
from IKEA.
I give you goat, you give me wheat.
I buy from IKEA, and Vikings do not barter.
He meant haggle.
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 Yes.
You guys haggle?
No.
Well, it depends where I'm buying from.
إذا بشتري طقم
What was that look? What was that look?
قال له يعني
What
yo,
was that look?
listen, I will
طقم
not
of
buy-
what?
I will not
Like-
buy one chair. I will buy 5 chair. Give me good price. Then yes, I'll haggle.
Yeah, well, anywhere you go, and when you're buying in bulk or big quantity, of course you get a better price.
You get
No,
a
no,
better
the
price
question is,
because
do you
it's-
haggle?
Do you haggle? Or is it okay?
It depends. It depends on the place. It depends what
there
it
is like a bulk package thing. You know what?
I have a friend of mine who will remain nameless.
Can you
I'm not,
believe
I'm not even
bulk
going to tell you who it is. When he goes to buy from expensive places, he pays up front.
Okay.
When he goes to a broke down place, he haggles for 10 riyal.
Yeah, I see that. I see that a lot. I actually see that a lot.
Why?
He's like, my brain is wide. When I come to this area, I haggle. When I go anywhere else, I just shut up and pay.
لأنه I know if I go to this area I can get a better price. But anywhere else لا خلاص ما أنت مناقشني يعني.
And how does that reflect on clients asking vendors for more?
For more work for the price?
Yes.
There's a thing called the scope of work.
Exactly.
and
بس
The scope of
برضو
work does not exist.
But the back in the day, I mean, it was all about haggling basically. Even when it comes to clients and vendors.
no, but again,
So
scope
it's
of
the
work.
same thing on a bigger scale. Now, when you have like, I'm gonna walk into IKEA. Exactly. I'm not gonna haggle for a couch from
يعني
IKEA.
back in the day بقول النظام اللي اوكي بعطيك واحد لوجو واثنين بريس ريليس ايش تبغى؟
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
But now you can't do that anymore. And that's kind of the lesson of today. Thank you very much. for attending my
Then
TED.
nobody's
Welcome to my
haggling
TED.
anymore? No, haggling still exists.
No. The haggling mentality is like
It's dying.
yeah, it's dying, and you can see it dying in the like big market basically.
Keep in mind when the whole
in
country
enterprises.
started jumping into SMEs and creating these small enterprises and opening up like these little food trucks and restaurants and whatever,
Cupcake, please.
they learned about contracts.
Coffee shops.
Yeah.
They learned what's the value of a contract. They learned when you have a contract, what you can do. They understood there's something called terms.
Yeah.
And when I put the terms, you will follow. And so that's why haggling is dying. Because people now understand that you cannot come to me and say, I want you to do 1, 2, 3, and then tomorrow call me to add 5, 6, 7 for the same price that you paid me for 1, 2, 3. Now I have a scope of work. You agreed on it. I agreed on it. There's a terms, there's a deliverables, there's how many times I can make changes for you. All this is written out for you to understand. As per contract, this is what I offer you, and this is what you're offering me.
All to avoid the bullshit.
All to avoid the bullshit.
But it still occurs.
Please explain.
So what's the word? What?
It still occurs, the BS. What's usually the problem is that the scope of work is never followed, really, from my experience. Is that you will provide a scope of work and you'll have a set number of deliverables, but depending on how important you are as a client,
Yeah.
that 5 or 6 items becomes infinite because you have a retainer basis, essentially, quote unquote. And the retainer basis is basically code for slave contracts. I have you on call every single day of the year. I will ask and you will do.
Exactly. Whenever I call you, you got to deliver.
I'm paying your
Yeah,
retainer.
and that goes back to
Yes.
goes back to the other part. How much do you want to maintain this relationship? For most agencies in that situation, you want to maintain that relationship at any cost. So you know what? Fine, you end up getting overworked and underpaid and
True.
and stressed out, basically.
مثل ما بدك.
Next question before we bounce.
Mm.
The road to letting go of playing socialites, was it socialites? Societal roles and letting go of expectations. Look, expectations.
Societal
No.
societal roles.
Keep expectations.
Social, ما عليك.
Yeah, societal.
Yeah.
That one doesn't matter. Whenever people put roles, I don't care for roles. The expectation is more important to me. Like what kind of expectation that you have for whatever you're doing is more important than anything else. Because if your expectation is low, you'd be surprised sometimes in a good way.
ما فهمت السؤال.
I'm ignoring the whole question. I'm just focusing on the letting go of expectation. Because that is one of the biggest issues that we have here. Always someone will be angry about something. You tell them what's going on. It's like, wallah, توقعت. I thought. He should have. They should have. But they didn't make any promises for you to feel this way. It's you're building those expectations. Especially when you're relying on people. Like this, like I had to learn the hard way when working. Like sometimes like you think that you can rely, but at the end you realize, it's not working the way that I want to work. Why? The person that you gave the role to doesn't mean that he can do the job, but you expect that he does. So you're judging him based on your expectations. You need to find the balance of what's real to expect and what's bullshit. And the majority of it is bullshit.
Yes, I promise nothing and deliver even less.
See, that's the guy who understands.
Very clearly.
Yes, if I'm expecting the world from you, you didn't give me the world. I'm gonna be fucking annoyed as fuck. Well, I thought you could go to the end of the world for me, Shamsi. Why aren't you going to the end of the world? Like, motherfucker, I never told you I'm gonna go to the end of the world.
Yeah.
I never made that promise. I never negotiated
Where
the end of
did
the world.
that come from, Aslan? The whole idea.
Exactly.
Like where the idea, it's something that you set in your head and then you act upon it and it ends up to disappointment more often than not.
Most people that I get into arguments with is because of their expectation. They expect it because they know me. I should do 1, 2, 3. No, why?
Yeah,
Like,
see,
I have my own life to live.
that's building an entire chain of causation based on what you
Exactly.
think.
But you are Salah man.
Yes, I am.
You are Lam'a man.
It's lam'a, man.
Whatever.
Yes.
You are doing the miracle things.
The medical things.
Yes. You point your head at something, the shine will make the glowy thing.
Bring life.
Bring life.
Bring life.
The glowy thing will happen and miracle will happen.
Plus, you got to keep in mind, you're not the main character. In my story, I'm the main character.
Yep.
So you got to do whatever I have in mind.
That's true. I totally forgot about that.
But there are certain side characters that kind of develop a life of their own and become fan favorites.
You will
No.
always be
We don't
your-
want spin-offs.
You will
No.
always be your own main character. You'll always have it in your own head that life revolves around you.
Around you, Shams.
It's called perspective.
Interesting that you would say that, Chance.
I got it. I got perspective, my guy.
No, the hell you
That's one thing I got.
No, the hell you don't.
Perspective.
Whose perspective? My perspective.
My perspective. Exactly. I got my perspective.
Imagine later on we figure out that all of Shams's problem was because of his big ass glasses.
Yo.
Probably.
If he had better glasses, he'd make better choices.
ما يشوف زين.
Bet you said. The whole time we thought he was an asshole. He just couldn't see.
يحسب عندك شعرات. ما يدري إذا ما عندك.
But anyway,
Question: did you try to burn ants with that thing ever in your life?
No.
Probably. You could probably do it.
I did not hear the N and T in that sentence.
Ants.
Ants.
Bugs.
Thank you. Thank
he
you.
burnt them ends.
See, these dangerous ideas I don't have, number one.
Well, anyway, it was a very long day today.
It is.
سلامتك.
Allah
يلا
said.
سلامتك.
I thought it was 11:40 because the screenshot I took, it said 11:40.
والله وصدقت.
I was happy.
Wow.
I don't know that it was 1 in the morning already.
You didn't know that we started at midnight.
I totally forgot that we started midnight.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Guess why we started midnight text?
Because I hate you guys.
Yes, there we go.
Before you bounce, Good Intentions announced an event that they're doing for alula. You guys saw it? I'm sure everybody saw it.
We saw it.
The roller,
We see number one.
The roller skates thing.
Yeah, we act like we don't know about it from a long time ago. We just find out.
Pretend number one that you don't know what we're
I don't
talking
know about it because you don't tell me anything.
Okay.
Good Intentions presents alula on Wheels, curated by Swiss Beats. Shout out to Swizzy. An immersive sound skating experience from October 6th to October 22nd. It's going to be weekends. What I would like to tell people that we'd love to see you guys over there. October.
Inshallah.
Dates coming soon. I don't want to mess it up. Just be there. Just look, if you can book your tickets, stop booking your tickets. That's what I'm going to say.
Figs.
I'm not going to tell you which day to book your tickets, so surprise.
Good luck. Have fun with that.
We'll see you there.
On a weekend.
There's great announcements coming up. Just everybody follow Good Intentions, the real Good Intentions on Instagram for more information. And you will see all of us soon over there. And I mean all of us. Minus this is number one.
Maybe me.
Maybe not. But Rex is there. Rex is going to be there. G's going to be there. No, G's not going to be there. G's going to be living his best life.
Yeah.
He'll be living his best life. Serge is going to be there, of course. Shaolin, Shiloh, Entitled, Calibi, Ryan, Aziz Wave. Yo,
Whole lot of people.
Yeah, soon.
Whole lot of people.
We'll see everybody there. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's say what's up to Rex. We haven't talked to him in a minute. What's good, Rexy?